Alright, I'm back again in new phone, so we'll see how this goes. This is the very first video I've tried to record on it. We'll see. It's the Motorola Edge 2022. It was free. So, yeah. Brand new phone, got it for free. I'm down for that, so. This is kind of just a ramble, if you will. Something I've been pondering. This is firearms related. There's been a few calibers come out the last few years, and honestly, I'm kind of baffled as to why. And I've asked a few people, and they're like, yeah, that's actually some good questions as to why, and so why not? Why not just ask it here on my own video? Let me fix my shirt. The big three calibers, or there's really like four, but the first one is the 30 Super Carry. Then you have the 5.7 Ruger and the 7.5 Brno, and then the 327 Federal, I think it is. I just don't get the point of it. For example, the 30 Super Carry is supposed to fall directly in between the 380 and 9mm. Except the 380 and 9mm have ammunition that can be ramped up or dialed back to where that's not really necessary. But let's just say, for grins and giggles, you want a caliber that falls pretty much in between those two. You're reinventing the wheel. Why do I say that? Well, you have the 9mm Makarov, which is basically the niche that fills. And it's available in a few different variety flavors of whether you want regular ball or you want something a little more like a hollow point defense round. The information already exists. A lot of manufacturers already have made firearms in that caliber. You're not reinventing the wheel or anything by using that. It's the same with the small light calibers that goes super fast, like the 5.7 and the 7.5 Brno. You have a caliber that's already light, that already moves fast in existence, and that's called the 7.62 Tokarev. You already have several, like the Makarov, you have several manufacturers already producing ammunition for it, ready to go, and a few different ammo types and strengths and everything else. So I'm not sure why you would really want to go through the time and expense of creating a new round when you already have what you need ready to go. You even have the supply chain of ammunition. No changes would need to be made to it. All you would need to do is produce firearms in that caliber, and the ammunition manufacturers would step up production, and a lot of them would just tool up and make the ammunition in it that haven't made it before. And it's not like they would have to have special made dies. The dies would be readily available. Finally, let's look at the 327 Federal. What's it supposed to be? It's supposed to be a magnum caliber that is less powerful than the 357. So basically fall in between the 38 Special and the 357 Magnum. You kind of have a round that fits that niche already. And I say kind of because it's an antiquated round that dates back to the black powder days, and that's the 3220. And it was, if memory serves me right, 32 caliber round with 20 grains of black powder. Well, you might say, well, that's nothing to write home about, but it's the 32 caliber bullet. All you would need to do, and this is how hard it would be, all you would need to do is exchange the 30 or the 20 grains of black powder for the equivalent and like 20 grains of, modern smokeless high velocity powder. Basically, you just take it, and I don't know if you would actually use the 20 grains or fill it up with the appropriate powder, but you could maybe tweak the case a little bit. I don't know, you might need to do that, but you could have literally the same round, and you would have firearm manufacturers that probably already have, some of them probably have the dies and stuff to already make it in their possession, because they used to make it once upon a time. You have ammunition manufacturers that would already be set up to make the 3220 round. They would just need to maybe use a different case. They would have to use a different case, maybe a little thicker, heavier duty case, and a different stamp on the bottom, but it would be doable. And yeah, you would need to name it something different, like 3220 Super Mag or something, in hopes of reducing the likelihood of some Nimrod putting it in Great Grandpappy's Colt 3220 Police Positive Special and blowing it up. But no matter what you named it, if you put 3220, there's a good chance someone's going to do that, blow it up anyway. Someone just sees 3220, that's all I need. I mean, because you have the issue with people throwing plus P ammo or plus P plus and guns not rated for it. You have that issue. You have people putting modern rounds in black powder rated, antique firearms and blowing it up. I remember even hearing people trying to shoehorn in ammo that is listed for Rugers only. So you're going to have issues like that no matter what if you go that route, but you have a higher likelihood of the round meeting mass adoption, and the reason is you wouldn't be restricting yourself. All these firearms or ammunition manufacturers, they would all probably already have the equipment to make the 3220. Just, like I said, change out the powder, different case, you're good to go. The case manufacturers probably already have everything on hand to make it. That's possibly true with the Tokarev and the Makarov round. So by having that increased ammunition availability, you're more likely to get the actual arms manufacturers on board. And if the arms manufacturers make it, you're more likely to get the ammunition manufacturers on board. And it fills a niche without having to go in and spend a small fortune on R&D work and everything else. You just copy someone else's homework, if you will, and be done with it. That's just my thoughts, And when it comes to like the 9mm Makarov and the 7.62 Toke, guess what? I was able to buy ammo for it when I couldn't get 9mm Luger. That's a true story. by the time supply started running out on that, the 9mm Luger was starting to come back in. 357 was starting to show back up. 38 Special was starting to show back up. Your more common calibers were starting to show back up, while the other cult, if you will, rounds were just starting to phase out, and even they are starting to get caught back up and in stock. But I haven't seen a whole lot in the 5.7. I haven't seen a whole lot of ammo in, of course, 7.5 Brno. I think right now there's just one or two manufacturers of it right now. I think there's only a handful of manufacturers for the 5.7. I'm not sure on that. And 327, yeah, you have more manufacturers available for that, but I don't remember the last time I've seen it on the shelves, at least locally. But yeah, locally, I could get Makarov, 9mm Makarov, when I couldn't get anything else. So these are just things to think of. I mean, how many people were turned off of a 327 or a 5.7 or a 7.5 Brno because they couldn't get the ammo for it? But hey, you had the 9mm Makarov 7.62 Tokarev, and yeah, you could shoot the old school 3220 if you could get it in a souped up pistol. But even then, if you wanted to go the route of souping it up and bringing it to the 21st century, you could do it for next to nothing. Think of all the money you could have saved, that could have been saved over developing the 327. That's just my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you think. Later.